Okay, so this presentation is over the importance of implementing a successful physical education curriculum in a K through 12 school district to help deter the national obesity rate. My name is Nick Lovell, and right now this is for Wayne State College in EDU 603. The purpose statement is how can a comprehensive physical education curriculum help deter the national obesity rates? That was the main reason why. And my hypothesis was a comprehensive PE program will be used as a tool to help the national obesity rates go down. So, I did a literature review on the importance of physical education, the perception of physical education, and also how to implement a PE curriculum and to also write effective curriculum. The importance of PE. Why is it important to everyone? Well, the state of obesity right now, there's 18.5% children and 40% adults have obesity according to the state of obesity report. There's also a direct correlation between the level of physical fitness and academic success. If a student is more physically fit, then their academics are more of a success, according to a study that I saw. Now, the perception of physical education. There's some people believe that PE is just a place to go throw balls around and do whatever. And there was a study that did analyze the relationship between parents' past experience as a physical education student and also the importance they give to physical education within the school curriculum. So they found that there is a partial influence for that on parents' past experience, whether it was good or bad. But it was recommended that PE should be more inclusive for everyone and not just basically where you just throw the balls out and you just play. It should be a place to where you also teach knowledge on being fit. How to implement a PE curriculum. So these people from South Africa stress the professional development programs, design methods, and planning and preparing for cardiovascular, muscular, and intramuscular strengths. Those are one of the core physical fitness ideals for being fit, being healthy. And then these other people did a survey to see if PE teachers were prepared, and they did conclude that PE teachers are prepared to implement these three components of fitness. How does this relate to us? Obesity is on the rise in America. According to the recent National Health and Nutrition Survey, like I said before, this was done in 2015 and 16, it hasn't changed, it stayed the same, is that 18.5% of children and nearly 40% of adults have obesity. That was found in 2015 and 16. Physical education can be a tool to help curb the rising rates of obesity through education and exercise. It is not a cure or anything like that, but it can be helpful and become a tool for that. So the methods when I did this study is that first we'll talk about participants, materials, mixed methods, and procedures. So when we look at this study, I was looking at how important it is for PE to help deter the national obesity rates. First, there are participants from EDU 603 students at Wayne State College. 52% were male, 48% female, 88% were white, while others were in mixed race, or 4% African American, 4% American Indian. Median age was 23 to 27. It was graduate students looking to make their next step in their career. This was an important statistic for me. 64% have been a teacher and 36% have not. So wanted to see if they've been around curriculum or anything like that, and then also the other percentage of what they thought as well on PE. So the materials I had for it, I had a Google Doc that was provided by Professor Burrows. I used a mixed methods. I used a quantitative question, and the question was, it was on a 5-point Likert scale. The statement was, physical education is an important tool to help deter obesity rates. So the Likert scale is analysis depending on the item's response variable assignment into an ordinal or interval scale. I had 1 through 5, 1 being strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. That was important for the Likert scale. And then I also had a qualitative question. I wanted to have an open-ended question to find out what more in depth on how they thought, and what the question was, or the statement: considering the obesity issues many children face today, how could PE impact students for their health? So I want to find out more about that, and I want to show that there was no bias towards that. And with that Google Doc, it shows that I can't be in that room looking at them and changing that bias, that they have to write kind of what they feel. So procedures that I had: I collected the data from the Google document. I used the Likert scale, and qualitative question was put into that document. Professor Burrows ended up sending a link to all the students to complete, and we all needed to do the survey for a grade in the class. So the results. So the question again is: physical education an important tool to help deter obesity rates? Again, 5-point Likert scale. We found out that 48% agree, 40% strongly agree, 8% are neutral, and 2% disagreed. So about 88% either agreed or strongly agreed that physical education can be a tool. More of a graph or visual learners. As you can see, again, 88% had one person disagree in the study, while I also had another 8% that were neutral in everything. So then results continued. Considering the obesity issue many children face today, how could PE impact students for their health? Again, was the question. Basically, everyone stated that PE can be used to help deter the obesity rate. Message received was kind of split. Basically, people said to get exercise and increase heart rate, and then also, I don't know if I can move this, hopefully I can, is that it can teach students the importance of being healthy. So it was kind of split on what should happen. Again, students should get 60 minutes of physical fitness, so that could be a way to help that. I think it's also important to teach those students the importance of being healthy, so it increases their likelihood of being fit through their adult life. Here's kind of the table 2 that I have that showed all the answers. I'll read one. It could help them learn exercise or games that they don't feel like exercises. It could make working out fun, which I agree with as well. Help stay active, create and maintain a healthy lifestyle, allow them time to burn off energy. So as you can see, it was kind of split down the middle of how that should do. So discussion. I thought it was consistent with my hypothesis that there is an importance for PE. The study, again, is not to say PE is the cure, but rather used as a tool to help combat the obesity rates. Some implications of the study: it's vital to have a comprehensive PE curriculum to help deter those obesity rates. And also, it can help get the 60 minutes of exercise recommended by the CDC, like I said a while back. So, writing the effective curriculum. So how can we take the information that we just got from the data from the survey and write an effective curriculum in order for PE to help with the obesity rates? So, use state and national standards. I mean, that is extremely important. Some standard they include there's about 20 standards that they have that they want you to implement in your lessons and implement every day almost. So you need physical activity, skill, and movement or pattern concepts. They need to understand those, and it depends on K through 12 again. So and strategies and tactics. Also, to kind of see how the students are progressing and throughout the year, Shape America does recommend pre-assessment form assessments to implement their curriculum. Kind of conclusion: most participants did agree that PE could be used as a tool to help deter the national obesity rates. It was found through mixed methods, and then over 88% either agreed or strongly agreed that PE can be used that way. My future research recommendation would be to reach out to more PE teachers on concepts that are important to students, how they could feel. They could use another Likert scale example of what was the most important for your students. You could also reach out to students in your school about what they think about physical education. I also believe that to encourage more knowledge, the more knowledge the students have, I think, on being physically fit and the importance they can use throughout their adult years in order to stay healthy and live a long, healthy lifestyle. So that was the end of my presentation. Here's the appendix, just shows the informed consent statement and the survey link that we used, and also the 10 references that I have on here.